What's happening, guys? Welcome in another boxing breakdown and prediction show for this weekend's junior lightweight clash between unified champ Shakur Stevenson as he takes on former world title challenger Robson Conceição over in Newark, New Jersey, I should say, this weekend live over on ESPN Plus. So let's get into it now. Shakur Stevenson comes into this one as, the prohibitive favourite for this fight. No surprise there, obviously, but odds are a little all over the place for this fight. You can find anywhere from as low as minus 1400, all the way up to minus 4,000 at some books. So a lot of kind of small disagreements by the books in terms of how strongly Shakur Stevenson should be favoured in this fight. But nonetheless, the general consensus seems to be around that minus 2,500 mark heading into this fight, with Conceição coming back anywhere between a plus 1,200 to plus 1,400 underdogs. So, let's get into what exactly I see for this fight. Robson Conceição is a former Olympic gold medalist. He won the gold back in Rio in 2016. There's always going to be a small asterisk next to fighters' names when they win it in their home country, obviously. We all remember the Park Si-hun story in Seoul 88 after beating Roy Jones Jr. for the gold. But, even with that, look, he's a proven commodity. He was a silver medalist at the World Championships. He was a silver medalist again at the Pan American Games. So Conceição is a guy with immense talent. He's very, very good fundamentally. And, in my opinion, he should already be a world champion. I thought he beat Oscar Valdez by a couple of rounds last year in Arizona. And that's what kind of centers around my pick for this one. I made a video on the Stevenson Valdez fight a couple of months ago where, I said I've only laid minus 500 twice in boxing before. I did it once when Terence Crawford to beat Jeff Horn a few years ago. Free money there, basically. Couldn't even believe that was only minus 500. And again, on that Stevenson Valdez fight back in April, where I just didn't see that fight as being in any way, shape, or form competitive. Obviously turned out that way as well, with Stevenson barely breaking a sweat. I don't think he lost a round in that one. So, to jump from that minus 500 price tag in that fight just a couple of months ago, I get it was a unification clash, obviously. I get Valdez had a share of the world title heading into that one. But to go from that line to now minus 2,500, even minus 4,000 at some books, against a far tougher opponent in Mays, at least a far superior tactical fighter in Conceição than Valdez was. I simply have to take a piece of the dog on this one at those type of odds. I said in the Stevenson Valdez preview a few months ago that, in my opinion, you've got a very kind of short list of future stars in the sport right now. Fighters who could potentially, take over the sport. Guys like Teofimo Lopez, Devin Haney, Boots Ennis, Virgil Ortiz, Ryan Garcia, and so on. But again, just my opinion, obviously, but I think Shakur Stevenson might well be the best of the bunch. If he goes to 135, which I believe he's destined for at some point, on his night, 100% versus 100%, I don't see anyone beating him. I would take him over anybody at lightweight right now. So don't take this play as a negative against Stevenson. I firmly expect to lose my 1% prop bet here on Friday, but again, it's just an odds play. At these odds, 25 to 1 on Conceição to win this fight by decision. As I said, I simply have to take a piece of that for pizza money. Stevenson has fought some very good fighters in the past. Jeremy Nakathila, Joaquin Gonzalez, Jamel Herring, and so on. But this is arguably his toughest test to date on Friday. Conceição probably brings the best fundamentals Stevenson has seen up to this point in his professional career. And, he's only recently become a dad for the first time as well. These guys are only human after all. And while I'm not doubting his dedication in camp, sometimes it's tough to juggle life's responsibilities, especially first time around. So, as I say, on his day, look, I fully expect Shakur Stevenson to show up here and win this fight. But I just can't be having the jump from Oscar Valdez at minus 500 to now minus 2,500 against Robson Conceição on Friday. That's simply a massive overreaction. And as a side note, the book that I bet this prop with cut Conceição in from 25 to 1, which is where I got it at, to 18 to 1 pretty much immediately. So I'm guessing they realised that number was a little high themselves. But look, still plenty of huge odds out there right now. As we said, some Vegas books still showing Stevenson as high as a minus 4,000 favourite right now. So shop around. Put some pizza money on Conceição this weekend to win on points at plus 2,500. I just think that line's too big, as I said. Look, implied probability for those odds is just 3.8%. So even though I expect Stevenson to win, I definitely give Conceição more of a chance than 3.8% personally. So that'll be my selection for this weekend. Anyway, take Robson Conceição at plus 2,500 to win by decision this Friday night over in Newark, New Jersey. We've also got 2 additional plays up for the UK card this Saturday as well. Joe Joyce versus Joseph Parker. So make sure and join us for those. Let me know your thoughts anyway in the comment section below for this fight. Let me know which way you see the fight going. And most importantly, obviously, drop your predictions down there also. But that'll do it from me. You can catch me over on Twitter at the SportsWolf83 and also my handicapper page, Kevin Dolan, over at Wager Talk. And as always, thanks for listening. Till next time, Slán Abhaile.